Hello, lords and ladies. Private Yorkie here, back from the crazy out there. Might get a bit crazy in here too, because we are heading back to Pathfinder. That's the righteous and Galarian. So we've just escaped the sealed maze, and now we're at the Defenders Heart. We're gonna have a chat with a couple of people here, not everyone. I'm gonna head out. And then we'll be back and we'll chat with someone else and then head out. So, first things first. Navy! Hey, wait, mind if I bend your ear about something? Olivia is outside the door, leaning casually against the shelf. So here's the first and most important thing. Let's give you a crucial mission, I get that. And I know that you'll get your job done. I saw you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defences here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Things seems clear so far. What else do you want to discuss? So the rift that damn beetle left with the size? Yeah. Well, it cut the city in two, and it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried it to make sure, but if you've got a mind to go across, and I think you're going to have to eventually, you might want to give the square a once-over. You want me to stay here and guard the tavern? You what? No. Your task is far too important. You can't just hold up here like any, all cozy like, waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to make a move on this place, well, best will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to an ass pile. Got it? When do you think the demons will attack? Your guess is as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know that they've lost the upper hand, and that we're going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know, after the attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you got any business that needs taking care of, you best do it soon. Thank you for the warning. See you later. Right, now we want to talk to Staunton. The dwarf resembled an abandoned citadel, one whose high crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty, lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the great garrison named Staunton Vane. If you've heard rumours about me, his face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as a smile, grimaces. Just so you know, everything people say about me is true. I need to talk to the elf who calls himself Storyteller. Do you know where I can find him? Storyteller. Staunton strokes his beard in thought. A strange old fellow, that one. He used to sit with me for hours. Share something. Right, there we are. Good. Asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort, he just listened. At first I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible. But later I realised talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he's alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, well, probably know what that means. I don't know one place he might be. Look for him in the Black Wing. It's a library. Here, I'll show you where it is on map. I don't know what use the library is to a blind elf, but he loves the place. He would sit there day and night. What do people say about you? They say I'm a traitor as bad as a real Warless, that I'm a disgrace even among the ranks of the condemned. That Queen Galfried should never have spared me, that I belong on the gallows. Really? Why do they hate you so much? You really don't know. Staunton gives you a long morose look and then sighs. I'm the reason the Crusade forces are holed up in fortresses along the edge of the Worldwound, instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the Wound, the mighty unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it, until it fell, all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried, they wanted to execute me and rightly so, but the Queen intervened. She said, I should live and fight in order to undo what I had done. So that's how I lived, decade after decade, fighting and condemned. Was truth. As you can see, I have fixed nothing, and I have earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me. Given the chance to live, so live. Stop blaming us for what you made of your life. You think you're the first one to come at me with sermons? Or shrugs indifferently. City fell because of you. How's that possible? Mean how? The knight glares at you from beneath his furrowed brows. If you don't trust a word of a condemned, ask someone else. Like my little brother Jordan. And if you still don't believe it, to me. But if you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace a 100th time, don't. Really don't have any friends? I couldn't have survived this long if I were completely alone. Jordan, my little brother, he keeps me going. He's never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even fighters in the condemned console themselves by thinking I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Commander Kenabres seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She has no qualms about taking me into battle. He's had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to a sense of reason in this farce. So many years in the condemned, surely you've paid your penance by now. That's not up to me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. He falls silent for a moment. And then in a trembling voice he adds, the condemned isn't the worst part. After all these years I have prayed to Torak for forgiveness. Countless times I have gone to his priest, countless times I've kneeled before his altar. If only the father of dwarven kind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but just to tell me that I'm still one of his children. But it seems he does not give a damn about me. What can I expect from the mere mortals when my own god doesn't think I deserve redemption? Ah, well. I have to go. Go on then. Maybe we'll see each other again. You never know. Here, take this. You earned it. 2,000 coins. Take your payment and remember that August Worm always keeps his word. You helped me get back to the surface and I duly paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of our future cooperation, were we? August looks at you with unvarnished disapproval, his arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. What do you mean, like me? What are you trying to insinuate? Naturally, I'll pay generously for your services. Okay, well, generous with money is likely to get my interest. What do you mean, a job for someone like me? An adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze. Maybe you do know me. No, that's not me. And then lie down drunk in the gutter. Or do you think you're somehow different? A travelling knight, perhaps. Noble of heart, but without cutting to your name. August sides you up critically, then sighs and shrugs. You seem reliable enough, I lied to me. And you did get me out of those mongrel caves, so why should I care what you do with the money once you've got it? August seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance. It's as though he's really quite nervous, but taking great pains to conceal it. What does this job involve? I'm not going to use the first one, it's bloody rude. Might be true, but it's also rude. You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Kenabres. I still have, well, it doesn't matter, it's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building. There's a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack. I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth after all. What kind of reward are we talking about? 1,000 gold coins, double it and I'll think about it. Right, for that kind of could I have Queen Galfrey herself? Well, whatever, we'll take it. We'll take it, whatever. A strange figure towers over the bar. A huge, ungainly man with skin so milky white that his blue veins are visible even from a distance. His bald head is equal parts lumpy and pitted, and blood-filled eyes staring passively out at you from beneath his pale brows. The glass in the albino's large, clumsy hands looks dangerously delicate, as if one twitch of those callous fingers would be enough to crush it. A gold medallion engraved with a tankard gleams around his neck. What'll it be? Show me what you have. Book sell. That's don't need that anymore, do I? Sell that. Sell that. Don't need them.
This way.
Not heading out yet. Want to talk to this one? A tall, fragile-looking elf sits in front of you, his eyes closed. He is pale as a ghost, his arm wrapped in a blood-stained bandage. You spot other bandages on his body under his clothes, but even in such a miserable state he manages to keep calm. Raising his eyes to meet yours, he says faintly, "I am Fawn Autumnhaze, at your service." His pale lips are reddened by blood, but you see no sign of pain or fear in his grey eyes. Need help? After giving you a cold, intense look, he shakes his head. Do not trouble yourself on my behalf, a local healer tended to me. Besides, I come from a resilient, hardy people. My body will endure both the wounds and the poison delivered through them. Who are you? My name is Fawn Autumnhaze. I come from Kyonin because I am a hunter, and all minions of evil are my quarry. I won't say more than that if you don't mind. We are strangers and of different races and cultures. I'd rather not tell you more than is necessary. Who wounded you? A sinner, an accomplice to demons. The quarry I am hunting in this inhospitable place. I'm Yorkie, you can trust me. I might be able to help you. After a brief pause, Fawn says, it would be impolite to refuse to direct a friendly offer. Who's your quarry then? I was hunting a fugitive with this carry by the name of Kaelessa. It pains me to admit that there are heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. I managed to catch up to her in Kenabres, and I wounded her. The demons appeared and the city was engulfed in flames. I was injured in the battle that ensued, and I couldn't free her soul from its service to her dark masters. He expresses no anger or hatred as he speaks, only compassionate sorrow. I'm sorry for your misfortune. I hope things turn out differently next time. He purses his lips. There is no need for pity. Our ancient kind is blessed with great longevity. We gain a deeper understanding of the world than other races, and we learn our lessons better than anyone. That goes for learning from our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I will be more prepared when we next meet. Can I help you in the hunt? Go on, with his eyes wearily. I thank you, but this is my mission, and I'm used to facing all manner of terror on my own. I do appreciate your willingness to help. If you happen to meet Kaelessa, take caution. She has turned many innocent souls to the path of evil and darkness, and rewarded her with many gifts. Her appearance alone will tell you that. It is warped. The agate skin, the malicious stares in her blood-red eyes, the bestial teeth. She's more monster than elf at this point. What's Careless look like again? The skin is dark, etc. Clearly the woman is a faithful servant of darkness. Alright, well I have to go then. I don't really care about you. What's this? A young man in well-worn travelling clothes and a simple wooden symbol of Erestil on his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as bandages. Despite his visible exhaustion, he works with zeal, singing some tune about red braids and ripe sheaves of wheat under his breast. He raises his warm, chestnut-coloured eyes to you. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Jano, servant of Erestil. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing? I only took my holy order recently, so my god has only bestowed a little bit of power upon me as yet. I'm sorry to say that the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal. But there is a reason people say have faith in the gods. Look after yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. Are you from around here? No, I was just passing through Kenabres. I was sailing down the old man of ours, the great Selene River, to a village named Chilly Creek. I happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival, and I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself, but I ended up staying in the city longer than I bargained for. Where's this Chilly Creek place? It's just a small fishing village. It's not even marked on some maps, but people do live there. What they don't have is a priest. They have no one to heal their wounded, no one to offer prayers for a good catch, no one to give their dead a dignified burial. The world wound is a stone's throw away. So I'll be setting sail for Chilly Creek to serve my god and my people. Once we've held Kenabres, I'll be going there. If by the grace of the gods we all survive this, you should come and visit me sometime. You'll find the village here on the bank of the river. Please mark Chilly Creek on your map. Alright, then off we go. Into nice old Elven. Everyday protectors. I got you again. How many times is that today? Take your jokes and shove them, tiefling. Oh, easy there, chief. Don't hit me.
Hey, Chief. Hey, Dreamboat, come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Oh, yeah?
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out.
That's not nice.
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Who are you?
Woljif Jeffdo. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
The tiefling rattled his chains and gives you a meaningful look. What do you want from
I'll lay
me?
it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
Eh?
What a load of guff. If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Depends what magic, doesn't it?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Kenabres.
I can't help you while you're chained up. How can I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth?
Yeah, I know her.
Feisty-looking gal, always wears armor.
Yeah.
You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defenders Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. Got that? Will you do it?
That's a bit of a lie, but okay. I'll do it.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
You seem like a fun-loving whippersnapper. Why are you in
Does it
chains?
really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
Ah, yeah. What's with the shadow?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
Okay, we'll talk later. Here.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Take this.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Back upstairs. Kim, I got a bit more stuff for you.
Trail me.
Hello. The tall athletic man greets you. His hair is prematurely grey and shorn close to his head in a military style. He is lean and well-groomed, and a monocle twinkles coldly in his eye. The bald set of his jaw and his large but agile frame attests that here is a man who is always ready to be on the move. Greetings, I am Hilo, Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. I'm the superior officer among Pathfinders in this region of Mendev. However, the Society is running almost no operations here right now. Besides me, there are almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with a demon worshipper known as Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone without the support of the Society. But I've made a lot of acquaintances among the local merchants and daring fighters. If you need any good fighters for honest cause, talk to me. Tell me about the Spinner of Nightmares. It all began with the task of the Pathfinder Society. Arrived in Rosian with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Falron. We soon focused in on a small hospital for the wealthy where Falron was being treated shortly before his death. It turned out that a gang of Baphomet's cultists, calling themselves the Labyrinth of the Mind, had got a foothold in the hospital. They were obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims and targeting fragile people too weak to resist. It's probably easier than targeting strong ones, isn't it? The hospital was filled with the perfect victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless, and when they returned they were different, almost normal. But the moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark awoke in their minds, and they transformed into servants of Baphomet. Ready to lie, betray, and even kill. The The Labyrinth of the Mind was preparing to infiltrate all elite circles in Mendev, but Baron Falron stopped them. He was too loyal in his oaths and too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom until the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baphomet's pit of vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other and their loathsome fancies stepped real from their minds into the world. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things, and they fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could. But the leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon revenge. They abducted my daughter, Laurie, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults. They were insulting your tart? That's a nice thing to call your daughter. Oh no, I got you. I misunderstood, I think. From that note I learned that the name of my enemy, the Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later I confirmed that she was the leader of the Labyrinth of Mind. My hunt had begun. I would get Laurie back at any cost. Well, I need brave fighters anyway. I need one. So I need someone who can cast magic spells. Need to be one of these. Right now then. The Kitsune. Kitsune. Kind of, yeah. Actually, see, I don't want that. No. Brewing potions, really. If you're gonna be on there, you need world knowledge, don't you? Just trying to think where to go. this. I want them to be doing the potion. You can be a historian. I'll do that. That's good. I think that's going to be good. Don't need you to be low religion, so you can be a magic device user. Brew potions, yes. Well, resistance isn't bad. Arcane barrier. Dimension slide. I'm not thinking about all of these range ones. I don't think they're going to help me. Magic. Expending 1 point of arcane reservoir. Veil of shadows around and making them more. See, she's not going to be in combat. Let's take that one for now. Now, we want you to have translation. It's actually not that useful. Hey, Rory. You can be neutral. That's good.
A test of my abilities. Aim carefully.
Got white fur. Let's just get to a random date. I'm doing listening to music, you see.
My skills exceed yours.
else can we do? Start and that. Keep blank shot. You need spray could be. Take the shield. Now, Kenabres. Kenabres, we need a word. There's a tiefling chained up in the Defenders Heart. What can you tell me about him? Kenabres jokes wrongly. Well, Jiff is a petty thief from a local gang of tieflings operating in Kenabres. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Fortunately, we apprehended only one of them, and the rest managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep him apart from the Defenders Heart. That's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him go free or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? Kenabres squints at you thoughtfully and then shrugs. If you want to recruit Woljif and put to good use, go ahead and take him off our guard's hand. We can ill afford to let a soldier spend their days watching over a middling thief. Alright, I have to go. That's also this person. An imposing young Oriad is surrounded by a group of crusaders who are hanging on to her every word. I hope this example clearly illustrates the difference between Disco legionnaires from the last war and the crusaders. The perfection of form and spirit they imbued with during creation turned them into parts of a well-balanced war machine, not a ragtag bunch of individuals but a united whole. Now tell me again why I'm supposed to be impressed by your reckless assaults, when everyone is fighting for their ego and the right to beat their peers to a swift but pointless heroic sacrifice. Some of the crusaders grumble unhappily, but it is clear that they are captivated by the woman's words. The only exception is a scraggly and dishevelled halfling monk, with puffy black eye, gives him away as a brawler, a troublemaker. He enthusiastically pushes forward and tries to engage, but one of his friends quickly jabs him in the back, making the poor fellow pause to catch his breath. Quietly listen. One of the crusaders angrily curls his fists tightly and retorts with a burst of passion. If those geese of yours or whatever had come for us, we'd have their guts for garters. You think we've never fought a mighty adversary before? Soldier's stern facade cannot fully conceal his relish. He clearly plans to enjoy this confrontation. The crusaders around him look up on their exotic opponent with a mixture of irritation and piqued interest. The woman chuckles before cutting off her interlocutor. I would love to see you storm a 6-foot-tall walking castle shaped like a gigantic elephant that carries siege fortifications on its back. And I'll have you know, these fortifications were defended by Discomplete craftsmen, armed with demon-bound war machines. They use the enemies you cannot defeat as mindless weapons. One gives the people around her a triumphant look, and adjusts her clothes, pointed nonchalance. Her voice takes on a lecturer's tone. You should not argue with someone who happens to be the most authoritative researcher in the history of warfare, 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. The woman looks at you and flashes a smooth smile. The lecture is over. Do my esteemed listeners have any questions? Look, you're talking about things that happened 3,000 years before the formation of Absalom, right? Technology, and by all means magic, unless it escapes from the world, gets stronger over time. tactics improve over time. You're talking about this as if it was better than what we've got now? I'm pretty sure you're working on bad data, love. You're wrong to treat the Crusaders with such disdain. Allow me to explain. Debate. Oh, I will be happy to prove the current conflict cannot hold a conflict. The last war of Jiska. Very well. The last war of Jiska was waged using a significantly greater number of troops. Both sides actively relied on reinforcements from allied planes, and their strategic planning was perfected through no fewer than 7 rounds of intensive design. None of the above applies to this war of yours. Compared to the Jiska, we are but stone club wielding kobolds. I would like to conclude my thesis with a few words of wise counsel on Dagon, an advisor to the Pharaoh of Forgotten Plagues. But I doubt you will comprehend the true genius of the statement. But here it is nonetheless. A gadfly sees the ox pays no heed to the gadfly, but the crimson fever takes them both. The principles of war are always the same. Weapons, costs, and resources may change. Foundations remain immutable. Indara's eyes display frustration as she hears the audience, clearly impressed by your argument, murmuring approval. There is logic to your words, I give you that. Yes, the concept of war does not change. The degree of sophistication in the methods that we use to destroy our foes. The woman stops, realizing her words. No matter how ostentatious she makes them, no longer have any power to captivate the audience. Indara offered the pretentious dismissal. As a scholar, I cannot deny that there are certain truths behind your skeptical statements. History is a complex discipline rooted in fact and an evidentiary base that grows ever more meagre. The further described period is from the present moment. That's what I said. You got bad data. Of course, if I were to argue in bad faith the way Crusaders embellish their tales of slaying a single Primarak, by adding a dozen Baelors, for example, I could win this debate. I think you were doing that anyway, love. But I am above such things. Therefore, I am forced to admit that your skepticism is not without merit. I'm sure you would have been able to expound on your arguments in a longer discussion. I want to pick you apart again. Dara nods with obvious relief. I'm glad we both understand this limitation. It's always a pleasure to face a worthy opponent, even if the debate takes place in the grimy tavern. Perhaps especially because of that. Indara unbuckles her sword belt and hands you the weapon. This is a worthy blade. It will be of use not only for the strong, but also the wise. And this is where I bid you farewell. Before the end of the day, I was planning to observe how winged demons use pack tactics to drive their prey like herds of livestock. It is about time I got back to my research. A smile graced Indara's lips, but she sees disappointment in the eyes of many crusades around us. Stay safe. Bye. Oh, we just got a short sword, and I believe that's what I gave you specialization in, isn't it? I did weapon focus short sword. Oh. You can have that. Hard for you, yeah, but we've got right now. These short swords are finesse wielding. Maybe what I can do is make her a dual wielder, two swords. just fine. Not 20 decks. Right, Anevia's moved over here for some reason. Anevia in her muted colours blends almost perfectly into the background. She appears relaxed, but her seemingly unfocused eyes are taking in everything around her, trafficking and filtering potential threats. The only tell is the way she drums her fingers on her hip near her weapon sheath. She shows no sign of her injuries and confidently leans on her previously broken leg. She pretends to have just noticed you, even though she watches you approach from afar. Oh, hey! See how they patch me up? Now I can run, jump, dance, and jig if I feel like it. Are there any suspicious places in the city that I should pay attention to? There are a couple of spots I wanted to check out, but I didn't have time. If there really is a den of cultists there, it'd be a good idea if you could swoop in and bust some heads. You don't even need a search warrant. First one is a silken thread. It's a funny little tailor shop that doesn't take any orders and never buys any fabric. They always seem all so busy. Busy with something alright, but sewing is chained. Second one is an alchemy shop, Topaz Solutions. And they trade in everything, not just healing potions. Judging by the ingredients they've been buying on the black market, there's something fishy about the alchemical rituals going on in that place. Alright, well I'll go for now. Might have a word with the later about Eagle Watch and stuff. It's not pressing. Also, you're a barman, you must know something somewhere, surely. Oh yeah, any rare places in the city worth visiting? Any place that normal people stay well away from, there are plenty, like the Pitaxian wine cellar. Emil pauses for effect, like the name of the place should make you quiver in fear. It once belonged to a Pitaxian trading house. Then King Ereveti came to power in Pitax, and property started changing hands. Soon after, the seller's shop assistant was found in a ditch. Not all of him, mind, just his head. The Marian gangsters had taken possession of the place. They wanted to sell something stronger than wine on the street. They ended up on the gallows. Then King Ereveti's number was up. So now the store stands empty and unclaimed. People say that a headless ghost wanders the place at night, mourning ghoulish. Woo! The Daxian wine cellar has been revealed. After coming to the end of the story, unusually long by his standards, the tavern keeper takes a swig from his tankard. Just don't ask me how he makes any noise with no head. I wasn't there, I just tell it like I heard it. I may ask him more about his background later, but right now we've got Wolf to look after.
There, I wonder.
Right, come on, lads.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I've talked to her best and I've decided to make you part of my troop. We'll see how it goes.
Ah, you must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my
The
words.
best not.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can ya? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defenders Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following? Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
So you want an enforcer? Well, let's go talk to your thieflings, friends. got here? We appear to have a golden golem. Are you two mad? Whatever possessed you to steal the gem golem from the Tower of Estrad Museum, explain yourself. We didn't steal nothing, Commander. We saw some looters dragging it down the street and recaptured it. That shiny fella belongs to the treasury. Inlay alone is worth more than a... Too fast. Jordan, see to it that no one lays as much as a finger on this golem, or plucks out a single gem. Well, that was different. Magnificent and glistening golem encrusted with gems and covered in intricate flowery embossing. Definitely explains. Happy to be of service, Michelle in Brighton and beautify your day. What are you? I am a prestigious painter golem. Many millennia ago I was built by Atlantic clerics of Shellin, the goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service, I have visited many lands. For the past few centuries I have resided at the Temple of Sunrise Chrysanthemums in Tianxia. Then the good clerics saw fit to offer me the gifts of Mendevian Crusaders, so that you could share in the beauty I create. Did you do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their colour, texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. Would you like me to cast an illusion on your armour and make it green? Green is a very pleasant colour, and it would match your eyes. How did you end up here? I was in the Tower of Estrad Museum, and then some not beautiful people came and started smashing everything. I asked them to show restraint, and that's when they decided to steal me. After all, I am beautiful and very valuable. Arrogant too. They dragged me down the street, but I didn't want to go with them, so I kept stopping. The least beautiful of my kidnappers threw me over his shoulder and tried to run away with me. I am very heavy, so his back made not very beautiful crunching sound. I'd imagine so. He started yelling, and then everyone else started yelling, and some of that yelling was directed at me, and then they started hitting me with their not beautiful weapons. And then some good crusaders drove them away and brought me here. And now I've been lumbered with you. What a waste of good metal you are, and instead of working, you ought to keep an eye on you so no one is tempted by the walking treasure trove. You do to help the war effort. It's not designed for any type of combat, yet I can bring beauty and harmony to any type of combat. Let's cast an illusion on your service. So if I put that in there, oh yeah, look. It looks like the armor. The armor disappear. Anyway, that's cool.
This way.
Right.
I see blood. Blood!
No contest. The world in crimson.
I'm done with you.
3,107, I think, something like that. Right, let's see what's going on here. The basement is dark and dank. You are you're immediately struck with the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of a knife greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Waltjeff, a message then. Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear sister Charisma. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next, well, no, I was still in shackles. And I was being watched. The chief got me out, and I came here straight away. You'd been waiting on me. Enough talking or else he'll be here all night. So, he had a clear plan. Going to wait for nightfall. Slip into the shop, grab the goods and leave. Even if neighbours called the guards, there was time for a getaway. But what happened? That bitch Kenabres showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Someone betrayed us. And I have a good idea who it was. You have to say about that, make it quick. I think Waltjeff knows the name of the traitor. Charisma turns to you, he speaks. I thought Waltjeff only brought you so he'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. Yes, he knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that Brother Waltjeff has been part of very quickly came to an end. Their hideout location was passed to the guards. All their competitors found out where they could ambush them. Waltjeff is the only one who always comes out smelling of roses. If you think about it, you'll come to the same conclusion. Waltjeff, why don't you tell us your side of the story? What happened? So tell, about a week ago, System Charisma got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there, I mean. Waltjeff jerks his head toward the 5 tieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up, and she says we've got a score, ancestors and wonders, the one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place is guarded by a golem. But now a powerful scroll that would knock out that golem just happened to come into our possession. Along with his chief officer, shop owner will be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us knew a bit of magic. Mr. Charisma. Well, let's hear what he's got to say. All 6 of us knew a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted jungle self-replenish pennies that we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was hanging about the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. The job was a top secret. All through so far, go on. We did everything right with the locks and the golem. I picked the lock, I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on the lookout and Brother Malrun had the scroll. Coffee, Taby and Varner brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up the rings and tossing them in a sack. And one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled on the table after it and next thing I know, Kenabres was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to waste shout. But then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail and put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth. And to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you, you poor thing, stripped you of your loot. You didn't even manage to start anything. Sister Charisma is pointedly polishing a knife. It's a moon of the abyss, will you? Who did it better arrest their own informant? Look, the words right out of my mouth, it doesn't make any sense. If I was the rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella. Not an idiot. Why would I go against family? So the fishes are selling can have a nice water-sized dinner. The moon of the abyss is a pretty bauble to be sure, but it's just an amulet. It ain't worth tying over. You knew it, but the best people would protect you. Well, that's right. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them. And now you come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. All the problem is nobody's returned the amulet for Halman. Are you giving her a better cut? Is that... Like she's gonna take a cut. Miss May, sit down. I want a word with you. You seem to be in charge of this outfit. Are you seriously telling me that someone gave you information on a place that nobody has ever been able to hit? They gave you a scroll. Shut up. that would take out the golem. They told you when the shopkeeper wasn't going to be around. In this place that nobody's ever been able to hit. They made all of the cards line just perfectly. And you didn't smell a rat. Okay, let's go on. Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 hells away, haven't they, all rolled into one? He speaks the truth, says Sealer. They'll find some knights who'll take bribes, I'm sorry to say, but her bed to the bed isn't one of them. What is the Moon of the Abyss? It's an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of the Ancestries and Wonders. Sorry, Ancientries. I don't know why I keep saying Ancestries. It sounds better. Sterling silver sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, you know, a crescent, a waning moon. In the middle was a dark jewel. Like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Fileman was so proud of that amulet, he'd say, I'll never sell it, it's a jewel of my collection. Moldy sighed unhappily. I used to go there and see what kind of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Kenabres. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you in seconds if you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around ancient traits and wonders, drooling over the moon of the abyss. Did you think you could swipe it in all the commotion and keep it to yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get off scot-free with a fancy trinket to boot? Or take me for a mugwump if I say right through you? That's the whole sorry story. Some family this turned out to be just nothing. The real family people take each other at their word, yeah, until they've been stung several times. I could tell you about that one. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the moon of the abyss. What am I gonna do with it? Sell it to me. I don't know Crusaders. Special item. Wear it, you'll get neat. It's pretty good to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to your Sissica is me, I'll find it. I'll drag the traitor here by his horns, just so you don't end up at the bottom of the cellar. What are you gonna do, owe me out for that? An apology right here in front of everyone. You're going to apologise loud and clear so everyone hears it. You'll say, sorry, Woltif, you're a good guy. What's wrong about you? Fine, you're one of my people, which I'm going to give you some time. If you run, Brother Woltif, the family will get you wherever you go. Spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the family has come for you. You'll have no peace. One day you'll be so tired of running, you'll stop to catch your breath. That's when we'll get you. Away with her, said Kenabres. Away that almost made me wet myself, but away nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. Go chat to that scaredy gal at the best. She knows a little. And she knows you a little. We can ask her. Rat us out. Fine, we'll find the traitor. Look out the traitor, but be quick. Yeah, whatever. Let's go.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Been going an hour. I think I'm going to end it there because I'm kind of tired. We'll continue with this next time. Bye now.